The DPRK now faces the possibility of the toughest sanctions yet from the UN Security Council over its latest nuclear provocations. And China, a longtime ally to the DPRK, is on board. Our UN correspondent Liling Tan has the latest.
Yes, the United States had tabled this draft resolution, and the U.S. ambassador to the UN, Samantha Power, addressed the press following that closed-door session in which council members were meeting on this resolution. And this is what she had to say. She called this resolution one that would break new ground with the strongest set of sanctions in 2 decades. The draft resolution calls for all cargo in and out of the DPRK to be subjected to mandatory inspections. This is the first time that the UN is calling for such an action. It also includes a ban on the sales of small arms to the DPRK, sanctions on the exports of coal, iron ore, gold, titanium, and other rare minerals rather. It also calls for a ban on sales of aviation fuel and jet fuel to the DPRK, as well as to ground all boats and planes suspected of carrying contraband. Now, the point of this draft resolution is to send a clear message to the DPRK that the world cannot accept the country's nuclear proliferation or allow it to develop nuclear weapons or ballistic missiles. And by adopting this resolution, it would increase significant pressure on the DPRK by hitting at its pressure points to cut off access to funds, to cut off access to technology and nuclear know-how for the country to further develop its nuclear weapons capability. There were some concerns on what kind of impact this will have on civilians there, and the ambassador said that the sanctions will not impede the livelihood of the people of the DPRK, and that it focuses rather on targeting a small percentage of the ruling elite. Liling Tan, CCTV, New York.